welcome to another beautiful day, but not in rural Montana this time. No, we are in southern Florida, and yes, it is a little different around here. No pine trees, but also trees that start with a P, palm trees. And why this video? Because we are Tesla drivers, we own Teslas, but we have a rental, a Kia Niro EV, and in this video I'm telling you the good and the bad and all these differences, what we like and what we hate about this. So as you can see, we are at a charging station and it's not a Tesla supercharger. And yeah, this is one of the things I clearly hate about this car. It has a CCS plug. This is a 2024 here, so it's 2025. It's just a year old, but yeah, you need a CCS plug, which we found here at this charging station, which is by FPL Evolution. I would assume that is Florida Power. That's kind of what it looks like. I had to sign up for their app. It was kind of difficult, and then I used their app to find this location here, and then I asked for directions on there, and guess what? It sent me over there. So don't they know where they're located? So okay, that already sucks, because if I go to a Tesla supercharger, it's there where it's supposed to be, not across the street, whatever. I can use the Tesla app to find a Tesla supercharger for my Teslas, or even for this car. I've been at a Tesla supercharger twice before, and it was no big deal. I brought my own adapter, so I can do that. I expected this to have a CCS plug, so I did bring my adapter, and so it was no problem. I can find a Tesla supercharger real easy in the Tesla app. I can start it from the Tesla app. I can see the availability and everything and the address, and it's all correct. So yeah, couldn't do this here. Now, if you maybe sign up with the Kia Link or whatever it's called in here, or use that particular navigation, maybe you're luckier, I don't know, but it seems a bit difficult. And if it's a rental, I obviously don't want to sign up for anything, and the navigation in the car pissed me off the first day, because what I was looking for, it wouldn't find. And Apple and Google Maps both found it immediately. This navigation in here, but no blame. So I was done with this right off the bat. So, but yeah, charging sucks. These here are a little bit cheaper than the Tesla supercharger. That is one advantage. They're a little bit cheaper by kilowatt hour, but most of these, or at least this one here, is located in a parking lot where it says, if you can see that up there, pay by plate, and $40 fine. You have to pay for parking on top of paying for the charging. So that kind of sucked, especially for me as a tourist. I had to sign up for the pay by phone app, had to get it downloaded, pay for it, on top of having to download the other app, and so on and so forth. I mean, it kind of sucks, right? So at the end, it's not really cheaper anymore. I might as well go to a Tesla supercharger where I can see in advance if it is in a parking lot that I have to pay for. But most of them are actually near gas stations, so it's not a big deal. You don't have to pay for it. Tesla locations are pretty darn good. This here is not a bad location, but whatever. So charging with a Kia Niro EV sucks. With anything besides a Tesla, pretty much sucks. So yeah, but well, we're charging here now after some struggles. It took a little while to get going. You got to scan the QR code and so on and so forth. I was at one of these stations before because I wanted to use it to see, and I pulled up to it, the only one that was available at this other location, and guess what? It was broken. So, well, that's it. Tesla supercharging is the best, period. Okay, so charging this sucks unless you go to a Tesla charger. Well, since we talked about navigation, yeah, I don't like navigation in here. I gave up on it. immediately. So I needed to basically use Apple CarPlay so I can connect my phone. So I'm going through the menu on this Kia, and wow, it's not intuitive. It's not like, it's weird. It says Kia, it says EV, but then there's another screen that says EV settings. So there's multiple screens for things, and you gotta find all these things. So first I connected my phone via Bluetooth, thinking that would also work with CarPlay. I mean, this car is only a year old and shouldn't be a problem, should be Bluetooth. Turns out that don't work. You gotta plug in the cable, it said. So that sucked because I didn't have a cable with me. So after we went back to the resort and came back out, I brought a cable. I was able to plug in, I was able to find the CarPlay and set it up. But I only had one cable, so I couldn't leave it in the car, so I had to bring it back up into the room so I could charge my phone at night and all this stuff. So that's annoying. I don't have to do that in any of our Teslas. Well, I don't need Apple CarPlay in my Tesla. Well, it's not there, but I really don't need it because Tesla provides everything. Even in our 2013 Tesla Model S that now has over 230,000 miles on it, I don't need Apple CarPlay. Tesla works just wonderful. So another downside of this is the navigation, the Apple CarPlay connection here. There are apparently some Kias that have Bluetooth connection, but I don't know, you probably have to pay extra. Not in a Tesla, your app just works, everything just works with the car. So that kind of sucks. The user interface just kind of sucks, as I already mentioned. It's kind of difficult to navigate through there real easy and to find things. And like I said, it's confusing. There's two EV icons, but one has a little settings thing next to it saying that's for EV settings. There were very minimal settings. Yeah, so no fun. The user interface kinda sucks. Let's take a look inside the car. But again, now that I got inside the car, I gotta get in there. See this little button right here? What the hell is that for? I mean, that is another ridiculous thing. In 2025, I need a key fob, really? I still do need a key fob. I should be able to do that on my phone. Maybe I am if I sign up for Kia something. I don't know. Do you know? Leave a comment down below if you know if I can use my phone instead of the key fob. I don't think so. But so I gotta bring this key fob. I gotta have it at least with me. I don't necessarily have to use it. I can press the button there and it will unlock and lock the car. I can also open the trunk as long as I'm there with the key, right? So that part works, but it sucks. Why do I still need a key fob? And the weird part is, as I walk up to the car with my key fob, why would it not just unlock? It knows exactly I'm here. Why do I have to press the button? And why do I have to press the button to lock it as I'm walking away? I mean, it knows I'm walking away with the key fob, so it should just lock. Pretty simple in my opinion. That's what Teslas do. So again, that sucks in my opinion. Now let's get inside. So we talked about locking and unlocking. By the way, I forgot several times not just to lock this vehicle, but also to turn it off. Now you're maybe asking, what do you mean, Mike, turn it off? Well, at Tesla, we just walk out. Who cares? We don't care. We just walk away. There's nothing to do, nothing to turn off, nothing to lock. It knows you're gone, right? Well, in here it's a little different. Look at this thing here. I mean, oh, buttons, 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 buttons. Oh, look at this. Holy crap. 17 million functions on this. And let's see here. 27 million functions on this. There's a paddle here. There's a paddle here. Oh, there's another thing down here. We got this here. Oh, and there is this button. So if I press this, it turns on accessory mode. It doesn't turn the car on, it's just in accessory mode. And then we got all these. This is the main screen here. There's nothing there really. This is one of the menus. It's kind of hard to see here. There we go. So there's an EV menu, right? And then if we go over, oh, now I don't even know where the other menu is. Oh heck, it is all over the place. Maybe here, setup. Oh yeah, see, there's another EV menu. So also we got this down here. It's just a little bright with the sun here. Now let me step on the brake pedal and press this button again. Now it does fire up here all the way. But yeah, unplug vehicle to start. And up there is usually light, and I'll get to that in a second too. It's another weird thing. But so anyway, down here, this whole width is climate control. Holy crap, this is like 18 inches wide. Wow, what a unnecessary thing. Why is this thing so big? Are we having so many problems with this car that we need the hazard button to be so big that what? I don't know, right? More buttons down here. I mean, we got CT, here's a shift. This shifter dial is about 2.5 inches across. Why? Why do we need such a big shifter dial? And then here, these buttons, or these areas for buttons or switches here, is not actually all full. There's empty. So I assume there's another version where you can get more. There's more buttons over here. I mean, it's like button overload down here. Tesla is so simple. We don't have this button overload and the 15 million multi-function switch on here that is not necessary, that nobody knows. When I first got in, it was night, and for some reason the lights were not set to auto, and I start driving, the lights don't come on. It's like, oh, where's the light switch, right? Then what? Why would it not be on auto? Why do we even have this weird switch where we can turn it off and it would not automatically go back to auto? That's what Tesla does, so you don't drive around in the dark without lights. I've seen so many people here drive around in the dark with lights. They have a very bright daytime running lights, so in the front of them it looks like there is light, but in reality there is not. And on the inside, with all these digital displays nowadays, you can't tell if the light is on or off except for the little indicator light that shows that the lights are on, right? So it sucks. That is like, yeah. And so I had to find the light switch, which is over here on this multi-function switch. I mean, holy crap, really? So again, that was not something great for us, struggled with again, but once we figured it out, it worked. The other thing, what else did we have to find? Oh, the other thing here, we came into the car, cup holders. Well, they look normal right now, but when we got the car, look at these things, they go back away. That's how it looked like. So you put a bottle in here. Good thing we had a bottle with a lid and not an open drink, because shit just fell over. Gotta push for this to come out and push for that to come out. I guess if you don't have a drink, you get more storage down in here, but really it's not, I don't think. And how long is this gonna work? I don't know. This is like something, and it's not super strong, so I don't know. I didn't like that either. I would rather have a real cup holder. But I figured that out, what, a day in? So, okay. I guess if you own one, you get used to this and you take better care of it, but still it's a little difficult. Another weird thing is this area right here, this in here. I don't know if you can see that. There are those lines. That's above the glove box, and at night it lights up, but what is the function of it? I don't need a light there. Ambient lighting or whatever? Nah. Don't know, don't like. So that all kind of sucked, really. Other than that, it wasn't too terrible. What we noticed once in a parking structure is this up here. I mean, you sit right here, as you can see right up here, you always see that a little bit, even if you look straight ahead, which kind of sucks. But in the parking garage, it was the worst, because there were low ceilings and the signs were small signs up there for the exit, and this would block the signs half the time, so I would actually have to move over to see the signs. So that kind of sucked too. Also, the mirror here, this is old style flip. This is not electronic dimming. Okay, we can live with that, but yeah. We got more lights up here, or more switches up here. I guess this is an emergency connect thing of some sorts. Yeah, there's just, I don't know, too many switches and things everywhere. So yeah, it was switch overload as I got into this car for a Tesla owner. And this display this display was overloaded with the stuff that's on there. Holy moly, there's so much stuff on there, so many little icons and things. It's like, why do I need all these? And this one has auto steer and lane centering. Now, the lane centering comes on and off when the auto steer is on. I never knew why. I didn't have time to read the manual. Obviously, if you own one, you might know what exactly is going on. So, but overall, the auto steer worked okay. That was not bad. With sharper turns on the interstate, let's say, it would struggle a bit. Also, sometimes it would disengage without letting me know. I didn't hear anything. Sometimes it would beep and let me know. But there's no huge visual cue that it's gone. And I didn't do anything to disengage it. So yeah, it was not bad, but it was not the greatest either. I would like to have a great visual cue when it disengages, or an alarm. On the other hand, a great visual cue can be annoying if it happens all the time, but it happened very rare, so it should have some visual something here. So, but yeah, there's just too many things on that dash. It's just an overload. There's all the stuff we don't need. And then we have the second screen over here that has more stuff on it. Yeah, I guess you can, or not. Holy crap. So we got a home. Where's home? There. Okay. So you just gotta go all over the place here. It's just not as easy as a Tesla, where the Tesla always goes back to its map. Usually when you brought something up, it will eventually go back. It's very simple. It just, there was like work here. Where in the Tesla I don't have to work. I couldn't find single pedal driving on this, which sucks. Our 2018 Model 3 does single pedal driving. This has an auto hold, but you got to step on the brake and hold it on the brake for half a second or so after it stopped, so for it to engage. But then on the other hand, you can use this little paddle over here, which is for regen. And this is regen positive, regen negative. This is another weird thing. So anyway, you hold this paddle until you come to a full stop, and then it will stay stopped without this auto hold on the dashboard there actually coming on. So I don't know, it's holding, but it's not auto holding. It's, I don't know what the heck. So that was kind of weird. So single pedal driving would be key. I also had to figure out how to adjust regen, because regen was very low. They have this smart regen here. They call everything smart, that is kind of automated, I guess. I don't know, I was not happy with smart regen. I had to set it as high as possible, but I can't set it to max either. That was kind of weird. And initially when I looked at this and this, they kind of look the same from far away. You gotta go close, then you see this has a minus, this has a plus sign there. So if you press this, you're actually bringing your regen down. There's a little gauge down there when it's now plugged in. But I don't know, it doesn't make sense. Should just be single pedal driving, because the pedal, actually you can control regen with the pedal. Just feather the pedal as like with any electric car, and that's, I mean, I don't know, that's how it's supposed to be. I think 2 paddles here, that is like way beyond me why one would need that. And then we have the drive mode button down here. Why do I need to change drive modes while I'm driving and stuff, really? Do I? Can I not just drive on one or the other? I don't know, I guess people ask for it. So yeah, a lot of stuff to deal with. Also the driver's profile, I could not easily figure out what the driver's profile does, other than give me another picture. The seat, I don't know, I googled it real quick and it came up as, yeah, the seat is memorized as your driver's profile. I never figured out how it worked or what it does, and when I tried a new driver's profile from startup, it said it's going to take so and so long, like 5 minutes or something, and then I went 2 screens and it was done in like 45 seconds. So I don't know, maybe I'm just not familiar enough with it and would have to read the manual, I guess. And if you're an owner, hey, tell me down below what you think about your Kia Niro, because it's got some great stuff too. And let's get to the great stuff. Well, one of the great things is, well, auto steer works pretty darn good in this one, way better than in our Rivian. So definitely great. Not as good as in our Tesla, but auto steer is pretty good. The range is pretty good, and I'm not talking about miles here. I'm basically talking about consumption. Right now it shows 4.7 miles per kilowatt hour. Holy crap. Well, yeah, I know I'm in Florida, and so it's definitely perfect. So if I ever hear one of you guys living in the south somewhere in a warm climate like this complain about range, I should slap you in the face. Because in Montana right now, here it's in the 70s, in Montana it's below freezing right now. So in Montana that range will be quite a bit less. But I was surprised the way I've been driving this around here. It still gets over 4 miles per kilowatt hour, and I was not trying to conserve anything. Nope, not at all. So it is in eco mode, so which I guess lowers the climate control a little bit or something. But not like it gets hot in here or anything. But yeah, so that is surprising. I like that part. I wish I would know how that works in the cold as well. So if you live in a cold climate with a Kia Niro, let me know how good or bad is it in a cold climate. Here it performs outstanding here in this warm climate, so that is super great. Overall, the driving experience is great. It drives nice. It's really not like some of these vehicles. There's a front wheel drive, I'm pretty sure. Didn't look, but you can sometimes feel a little pull. Yeah, there's front wheel drive actually yesterday. I took off a little quick and it spun out. It squealed real quick. But yeah, for a front wheel drive, it has very little pull. Actually, our Chevy Bolt used to pull way more from left to right during acceleration, while this one doesn't. So it's a nice drive overall. It drives really nice, so there's nothing wrong with that. Also, the interior space is great, even in the back. I mean, there's lots of room down there. That is pretty good. I couldn't figure out if the headrests fold down in the back there. In the Chevy Bolt you could fold them down so you wouldn't actually you don't look at them in here in the rear view mirror. I don't know if you can see it there. So I wanted to fold them down, but a quick look didn't reveal anything on how to, so I left them alone. But that would be nice. So if you're a Kia Niro driver, can you fold them down? I just don't know what I'm doing or what the heck's going on. The other thing is what? Oh, I haven't seen a... Well, I seen there's a hood release latch down there, so I assume there's no frunk. I didn't look. Is there one or is there not? I don't know. I didn't even look. There is a decent room in the trunk back there, and so that is another good thing there. Climate control works fine here. We got a 12-volt outlet there. We got the USB here, but there's this USB-C, I guess. This one, I don't know what this is. What the hell is this? I have no clue what this here means, and this looks like a USB-C. This is the USB-A where I'm connected for my CarPlay. I guess this is only for charging the USB-C, not for data, and this is the one you have to use for data. Kind of weird. Tesla nowadays just has USB-C in there, period. Don't know QY. What is that? Is that an indication for the wireless charging down here? It does have wireless charging down there for one phone. This is how the dash looks like when you're all powered up and driving, and it just reset my miles per kilowatt hour down here. We were like 4.7, so now it started over, so we're only at 2.7 now. The weird part is this ready light. Our Chevy Bolt had one. It's totally unnecessary because obviously it's visible now that you're powered up and it's ready to go. What I experienced before, if I power the vehicle up while I'm charging, then I unplug, then I couldn't put it into drive. There was no ready light, which is kind of odd because the car knows I'm unplugged, so I should be able to put it in drive. So I had to deal with this button again, which turned it off, then turn it back on, and then I have my ready light, which is completely unnecessary because unplugged means I should be able to go. Also, now you can see the green auto hold light down there. I don't even know what this here means, this little plug right there. What? I don't know. If you know, tell me. And yeah, here is the regen. I can only set it to 75%. I can't go any higher. If I want more, I gotta press this, then I get more. But yeah, not my favorite in that regard. Well, let's take a quick look in the trunk. So here we are in the back, and yeah, I don't know, you can fold down the seats there. I don't know if you could fold these down. Let me know in the comments if you do know. I guess there would be, is that for a net or something, or if there would be a cover? It would be nice to have a cover, especially when traveling. You got stuff in here, cover it up, nobody can see it. There's side pocket here, that's not bad. I don't even look what this is. I don't know, electrical cord access. Same thing over here. Oh, is that, I don't know. No, that wouldn't be like a tail light access there. LEDs anyway. Don't know. If you know what this thing is for, let me know in the comments down below. Here we go. That is underneath here, and it's like round-ish shaped here, like for a spare. There is no spare, just like many cars nowadays, but there's no spare under here. It did come with a charger. There's a top-down charger here. Let's see, where's that? But okay, it's only a level 1. Doesn't look like this can be unplugged. I don't, what is this? No, that is the plug for the other end. I don't see an adapter of any kind that it could be made into a level 2. Manuals here. There is the J1772. Oh, there's a front license plate holder. In Florida they don't need those. These are the manuals, so I did not read those. And here actually on the manual it shows NEMA 1450, it looks like, but I don't see an adapter in here. All right, we didn't need this one anyway. There's a compressor, no spare. There is the slime, I guess, that goes with it, and here that's where you usually tie down your spare. What is this little thing here? Oh, those are the screws for the license plate. And you got a tow hook here. Massive weapon. All right, yep, that's what's under here. So no spare tire. I hear so many people complain about Teslas having no spare tire. Well, here we got a Kia Niro, no spare tire. So many cars today have no longer a spare tire. Makes the car cheaper, makes the car lighter, regardless of it being an EV or gas car. All right, so that is the trunk, and this is overall pretty good. I mean, no issues here. It's automatic opening, automatic closing. There's a button in the front, you can open it from there. So overall pretty good. Let's close this here. It beeps every time for opening and closing. It does have the rear wiper here on this one. It's overall, and actually I like the color. It's like a blue-ish color, and I'm a blue fan. So if you've been following our channel, you know that I like blue. So I actually do like this color. Overall the rims look good. They kind of remind me of the Rivian 21-inch rims in a way. Have a similar look. Headlights have been good. We didn't have any issues there, so that was all good. Yeah, but I don't know what this big old thing up here is supposed to be. I mean, there's a something there. I don't know if that's the rain sensor. There looks like there's a camera there. There's maybe something else there, but why such a big black spot? It blocks the view some. So yeah, back end looks okay. Lighting was okay, backup lighting was okay, never had any issues there. So overall driving is good. So let's take a quick look under here. Here is the release. I don't know if I can open this. In a Tesla I would do that on the screen. Where is this here? All right, okay, yep. Oh, what is this? Oh, look at that. Oh, there is a frunk. I don't know if you could fit the charger in here with the cords anyway. That is this little net right there. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of empty spots right in there. A lot of open area. This here probably could be a lot bigger. And it doesn't really lock. It does have a seal here, but I don't know if that really seals enough to keep all the water out. So if you have one of those Kia Niros or another Kia that has this, let me know if that really actually keeps the water out or not. I'm very interested. A fun feature actually that this car has that the Tesla doesn't have is when you plug in to charge, you can enable that in the setting. The car will talk to you and say charging started. So that was kind of cool in a way. So you can just stand out here and it says charging started. And well, if you have a Tesla, you don't really need that because it just always works, right? Except when you use this. If you're not at a Tesla charging station, you just may run into problems with charging, and it's good to have a confirmation. It's a nice confirmation if it just talks to you. It does have the lights down here, so 1/3, 2/3, 3/3, which would be full. The charge port can lock. I ran into a problem with this. We were at IKEA, they had charge point chargers there. I plugged in, and when I played in the settings, I set it to lock while charging, and when I came back and I pressed the button, it wouldn't unlock. I don't know what the heck. I tried multiple times, it wouldn't unlock. It would stop charging and start charging again, but it wouldn't unlock to let me pull the plug out, so I had to actually go in the settings, and in the settings go do not lock kind of thing, and then I was able to unplug. So that was kind of weird. Then the other night it seemed to work because I switched it back to do lock, but that was after I started charging, so maybe it didn't even lock. I don't know, I didn't check. So that's a bit confusing there. So yeah, if you're a Kia owner, you got the same thing. Let me know how this charging really works, what you think about it. One thing I forgot to mention, look at this crap. This you don't have in a Tesla, where you gotta pull plugs, and you gotta, if you pull this, oh, that don't work. You gotta pull this first, this second, and then don't even try to put this on first, because then you can't put that on. So this really sucks here. So I don't know why this is needed, and I don't know, charge port in the front is not bad, but I don't know if it's really good, especially in the winter time. Here in Florida it probably don't matter. So yeah, but overall actually it's a great car. It's an electric car. It has pickup, right? Not like a pickup truck, but pickup as in speed, as an acceleration from a stop, right? And that is where this is really nice. Or as you're cruising along on the interstate and you need to pass real quick, and there's another one still far enough back there, but you have enough pickup to get in front of them and pass and stuff. It just makes it so much fun to drive. So even if it's not the fastest 0 to 60, the pickup, the get-go is just fantastic in this car, and it handles real nice. So yes, that is, I mean, if you like Kia, hey, go ahead. This is great. You don't need a Tesla in that case. As long as you buy an EV, you need an EV. That's what you need. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Tesla, but a Tesla you sure get probably the best experience overall out of all electric cars. But now that I have driven this, yeah, I wouldn't buy one, like I said, button overload and everything. But for someone that is used to this, for someone that is well, maybe you're old-fashioned, maybe that's what it is, and you like all these buttons and switches. I don't. I like automatic stuff where I don't have to do anything, just get in and drive. So but if you like this, hey, go right ahead and buy one of those. I mean, they're amazing. They're amazing for what it is. I don't know what the pricing is on these. This is a rental, but it's got 4 doors, you know, and there's a lot of room. So this is in my drive position, and I sit pretty far back, and look at this here. I mean, yeah, this is pretty cool. It's not bad at all back here. If you look up here, headroom, everything is, it's just, yeah, it's overall a nice car, seems well made. So I would not shy back. If you like Kia, go ahead. If this is in your budget, you know, Teslas are not that expensive. Model 3 would be probably your go-to compared to this in a way. The Model 3 is not a hatchback like this, but yeah, this is overall a pretty amazing car. For a Tesla driver, I don't know. If you're a Tesla driver and you're used to your Tesla, you do not want to switch to this if you like your Tesla anyway. If you've been driving anything else or still drive some old gas car, whatever, then this may be for you, so check into it. But yeah, these are the good and the bads that I feel on this car as a Tesla driver. Let me know down below in the comments how you feel about this car now that you've seen it. Are you a Tesla driver? What do you think? Are you a Kia driver? What do you think about Tesla? Let me know down below in the comments. Yeah, this is kind of cool. So, well, this was another video here out of sunny Florida. Make sure you give us a thumbs up for this video and for any of our videos that you watch, please. Also, if you're not subscribed and you like EV content, real life EV content, not content made by YouTubers that are paid to tell you how great something is, if they don't even daily drive. We have multiple EVs. We had a Chevy Bolt. We currently have a Tesla, a 2018 Tesla Model 3, a 2013 Tesla Model S. We have a 2024 Cybertruck. We also have a Rivian R1S. We live and breathe EV driving. We only have been driving electric cars since 2018. So we know what we're talking about, you know. But there are different preferences. But anyway, if you're interested in real life content about EVs, so this year's in sunny California, most of our videos are in Montana, where it's really cold in the wintertime. If you look for cold weather EV driving videos, click on our channel icon, go look. We have a whole bunch of videos driving in winter, driving at minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, we have those videos too. So it's best if you just subscribe and click the notification bell so that you are then also notified when a new video comes out. So in any event, thank you for watching. Goodbye.